And here now, Merrill Davis and Charlie White of the United States in first place after the original dance. As we mentioned, they train alongside Virtue and Moyer in Canton, Michigan. Merrill and Charlie are students, part-time students at the University of Michigan. They too have been together for 13 years, and they have been working their way up in the rankings very steadily.
You can sense the energy in the music. Very popular Phantom of the Opera. So recognizable to this audience, maybe versus what Tessa and Scott skated to by Mahler. First left very, very different positions going through the straight line than the rotational. Very different from Tessa and Scott, and they're both choreographed by Marina Zueva and Igor Spielban.
Darkness stirs and wakes imagination. Silently the senses abandon their
like this, a circular footwork sequence where you can see 13 years together. They both know when one another are going to come up on their knees, when their stretch is finished, and how they move. Can't be done in 1 year. It needs time. Twizzles for everybody are just a hair, especially for Tessa and Scott. Toward the end, they get a little hairy, and for Merrill and Charlie, they just were a little fast and furious and maybe lost a touch of control on the end of the twizzle. But the energy in the program is there, and it was there from the beginning, different from the energy of the previous couple of Virtue and Moyer. So who do you like?
Is that intentional? They have the same coaches, the same choreographers. Is that intentional to give them such different programs, or is it really based more on their personality and their strengths?
I hope it's both. All four of these skaters are incredibly strong.
A stirring performance from Merrill Davis and Charlie White. And another standing ovation. Well, their lead was less than 2 points. Judy, do you think they did enough to hang on?
They had great speed, great energy. I thought they related to the audience, to one another. It's which program, again, is your cup of tea? I thought the skate was very consistent, maybe a touch stronger than that of Tessa and Scott. It's through their elements.
We will have the scores for Davis and White and the final results when we return. Merrill Davis and Charlie White waiting for their free dance scores.
And Andrea, this is where they shine. Look at the speed on the spin, the positions that are very clear. He's got to stay down in that skating knee. And they just move over the ice with such a quickness and efficiency. Look at all the positions in the lift. Charlie just keeps tossing her around. Merrill keeps her shape, going right into their long lift, their 12-second lift. And everything just works. This is one of their balance moves. Just so clean. You can see just taking a glance down there, Andrea, just to make sure she puts her foot in the right place.
And some of those so unusual as well. You've never seen things like that. So here's what they need to win this competition, 102.43. They've averaged just below that this season. But there it is, 103.64. So Merrill Davis and Charlie White become the first American ice dancers to win the Grand Prix final. It looks like it hasn't quite sunk in. Well, now it does.
Charlie White is 169.44, and they finish in first place.